we are starting. We are moving.
You want we are Marvel, Ifmo, Acha, Printer, Mono, Basic, Moghamo,
This one I said, I should say, all man be organized. Our artists from tomorrow, very popular artists, powerful artists from the Anglo region. We did the Paris. We are at the Valerie, no Vesi, from Berlin.
The introduction will be very, very interesting as we get people from the UK, from Virginia, from Belgium, and from different cities in Germany. And we also get visitors from Nigeria, Nigerians that are also witnessing our event. The follow-up of our agenda would be introduction of the new project, which is Moghamo EU. A brief introduction, then we'll have open discussions. After the open discussions, we'll have formation of a caretaker EU commission. Then we might discuss some few other matters, and then we decide on the next destination where we'll meet to maybe officially launch our project or continue further discussion into our project. It will all depends on how fast the caretaker commission can work. If we do things fast, then we'll end the night with some cultural dance. And before we go into the brief introduction of the project, with regards to our agenda, is there, or with regards to the program tomorrow, any question for the agenda, any correction, any modification? If not, let's start. Okay. You already heard the introduction from the president, who already shed some light into the history of our project. It is not something new. Other communities have this EU project. For example, BCA, Bali Cultural Association, Oroko also have EU, and most of us have been thinking, why not the great Moghamo? Because the Moghamo man, a very proud man, a very dynamic man, and our motto that brings us together, the DNA that we all have, that together we build, Ifoti Yaka. And so if we have this DNA in us, why can't we sit on a round table like this, face to face, and discuss about a great project that will benefit not only the Moghamoans living in Europe, but also those in our devastated region. We all know the socio-economic and political situation in our region, and that when we sit, we eat bitter leaf and chicken, we drink. There are people who don't even have where to sleep in our region, people who don't have something to eat. And you cannot extend a hand if you also have an empty stomach, but at least we thank God that we are here and we have opportunities, and that we can also be more creative in seeking for funds to help our people. It must not only come from our pockets. The benefit of the project is to identify every child from the Moghamo region who is living in Europe, and also to create an avenue where we can have integrative discussions on how to integrate yourself when you, especially for newcomers, where to seek for assistance. If you want to study, if you came as an asylum seeker, how can you live from asylum and become... There are so many projects and so many things that as a community, if we stand together, we can pull each other's hand. Someone might have a job opportunity somewhere. I would prefer to give it to call my brother. If I don't have a brother, then I can look for outside. Just like our president always posts available houses. We know the housing situation in Berlin, but if you are not in a meeting, or if we don't have this avenue, maybe there are more opportunities in the UK or in Belgium that can be shared, and someone is interested, and if the person is ready, can relocate to that location, because we are all looking for comfortability wherever we are living. But at the same time, it gives us also an opportunity to in the course of our discussion, or in the course of the formation of this great project, to like create a forum or a fund that, if the inevitable happens, it's easy with a greater majority of people to support the branch or the country where this inevitable has happened. But if we are scattered, then it is only that branch or that country that bears this greater burden. And there is a very good example from BCA that we can learn from. So it's not something that is completely new. There are good practices from other communities living in Germany, living in Europe, that we can copy some of those good practices and integrate into our own thinking. So without much ado, that is actually the reason there why we want to like have a platform where every child of Moghamo can identify, because there are people living in cities where they don't have a meeting, and those people can easily identify if we have such a great EU forum. So no Moghamo child should be left behind. We have to pull everyone together. Thank you.
Chefan, chef Mbambina ngati bishigana ndi awonja kagani ndakagani apitina nanga. Fokwe ngani de nanga ni yibebo kan ayana ni kere chichwa beninga. Amanga mbanga mwizu amichu ko no bandi ndakagati. Okay. Ni chimbe chimbe ko kopo kumoshini chika juka okumoshini ya kumoshini bokombo bejuwa ngatela mbunji chiti bebe monga mwambeka ne mbunji ya mbunji, and that name remains like that. Actually api Berlin butini beka ka when German ga Berlin awuti ga Berlin kumwe chimbe ko kopo so ya ku wene moda yeti woni ga
I'm a very I'm it is open discussion. in concerning our EU project. So, I'm a very Abraham. Yeah, just raise your hand and then you speak.
In 40,
Yeah.
we're coming to the pie in the boom, even though Bajing and Biffy, Bangabohe, anywhere. So, the Shanga, effectively, take up the Gavanga Niggle in particular, me one no only woman or bed, no be put no. No, never remember for washing me. We share Boniga. So, Nigga, the hour, no more.
Miaka and Moghamo. Okay, yes, open discussion.
I think like this issue we talk about language, for example. I think if you look like the Jewish people, they get a community like this and they make a school. They teach their Pekinian their culture, teach their Pekinian their language. This is something that incorporates also in this kind of thing of female citizens. So okay, maybe for every branch or every side Pekinian during holiday time to do the fish down the one or somewhere, they pay for, they learn something, to teach them some part of the culture, teach them the language, they learn something, they kind of go back with their parents. I think those are some of the things that we can incorporate. Or maybe we feel even join like a group as the Jewish people do, make something of way to be generate income we will use and will help our people. So the thing we really like to move forward is that we have the idea, but I think so we know, like, now that we don't really start get some very, very good idea. If we leave them for the general forum, for really like start to put in things in, it will be a little bit difficult. It will take a very, very long time before we ever get something. I think that say this will get a few people to come out with a structure and say, okay, as you don't really talk, it's not something completely new.
Yeah.
Those people, there's a few individual connections up with those, like the Bali Cultural Association and the other people, Rocco, and get some of those ideas, and then based on our own culture, we make our own kind of a framework on how we do and how the structure will look like, how the kind of activities, and then present them now for the general forum. From there, I think people will start with ideas, people start with them, and then I think so in that way it will be like a working committee actively to work, they give updates and people will contribute. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Doc, for that.
As time of my things, I will take plenty of time, but I will cut them. I want to thank everybody with here today. And I think say all man be busy. We did for one man country, any man they run left and right, or put bread on top table. And if you take a weekend like this one for be here, it means you take Moghamo and Haji. So I will thank you plenty. But go ahead, I think say wait till doctor talk, it fall in line. We say charity begins at home. Most of who there will talk country talk. If I throw a rhetorical question, I think say plenty people will bend their head for God. Because a lot of we there we married within Moghamo. But if I ask, how many of we there will get begin the way they begin to talk Moghamo? Who born and for you? How many? Because you know now some of the things in that way actually we need for seller. If we did here, we can't hear, we sing traditional dance, we dance. We go talk, crack all kind of jokes for country talk. But yet, we talk to the beginning of the born and not the future of tomorrow. yet they don't know anything for country talk. So what tomorrow are we building? And the first question that. Now the first lesson where I learned and where me I can't hear. Because all my picking a big Ben born and bred here, and they talk country talk past what they do. Because not the only identity way we give them. If you want to talk with grandmammy no go talk English, they no go talk pidgin. But if your grandmammy here we begin it talk for country talk, believe me, she is moved to another level. And at a certain time it add their lifespan. So I beg more will take that one into consideration. And then as Dr. we talk, within a group, today I think say this message where they did record them, they go all over Europe, make everybody see them. But in order for make this thing work, we need for handpick certain individuals who will know say if they talk, not the any kind of person, if they talk, people will listen. Because of their connections, they feel reach out to everybody all over Europe. And then I will also suggest we get people, since we want to make a convention, we want to make a fundraising, that project big, not a project where they make at one time, not be 2 times. It will require us for raise these funds even 5 to 6 times in order for come up with this budget. So it will need me to touch every person. We'll get some powerful Moghamo elites within Europe where at times they don't belong to any meeting, but they are useful. Because when you know whose way to go, you know which way you want. You feel know how, forget which way you want. Because we need to reach out to those elites. For make me to be part of it. Whether they attend meeting or not. Now also a way for encourage them for join the meeting, because if they be part of us. And it will also help we for hastening with journey for arrive, who's our arrive. This thing be born before COVID. From Duisburg, President Larry, they even visit Berlin, Wona, we dance this very dance chibi for Duisburg. But then before COVID, can't take what you put on my down. But I think say the spirit we are saying here today, it means say we'll get big in the world we achieved before. So I want to encourage all we. Say today, the people we will choose them, and probably from the countries around Europe, so that at least we get maybe a representative from all the countries, from different meetings, and also specific individuals, because people in the way they go talk, people listen. At least if we get all these people on board, give them the task, I think say we will move towards the right direction. So thank you, Mr. President.
Moghamo, Jim Moghamo, Berlin, Yachakuna, that was young at the neck. Tingamano let Tangaja been at Chinit and Ongo. The Joker way, but in the Greek Taga to be at the Tingamano, which and what Tangaja been. atane me ka to to nyo mojo wajim kare shi mi dubu shi den no ko ambaji anu wo yankin ko abu atun kiya ya trini atu ko gri atana yi bere bumbu ko je jang gri atawo nombo mo bo je nombo il veut que preparation ni no wa fi we na yi shi wo jono examiner ko mo shi na na Mr. Chuchu ni Multimedia. But the many be happy tangi. But then she mission me go to watch on G where I know you tell them kind of papa. Or more money, but I'm going to my being more every day. I shouldn't be careful to put in my bag of first and one Moghamo. Your identity no more way. One talk like Moghamo. What you say about Moghamo? I'm proud of where I come. We are proud of who we are. The music, can you imagine? Chimobe ga makoko ne shine anu ju ya kongu wodi fa kericin ne ya kongu shi ya manya timakabni ya ne a ce ne je kaba de kuma ya angu de bereke de beni shimu shin de ka ko te gnu ba cin ba bunyo wishan ne to nga cin ba no ce dan fokupe ba wajo karbo ka ci ga ne goga mu ya jakara wajima kare chinga apiku magi maka ga botane go joping aga jima kwanu wojo yi te benika very well but chini ende Moghamo ne we planning in a convention for my own angle no mo baraji ne no yengu wo be cheno ba more than 10 times amani ti fa chiton te bere na be shushi be mo makerni be mo chimi be keriga anu mo aji be juno mo be chami invitation mo be akana be benene ati ti be nia very animal karaga ti be na very aggressive in our publicity woji beni ni no wojo chiga no mod tikanye ngata chon na atoga te bere atuna be karawa ngala issue ya fundraiser na a project and anu je yaga because but chopukan be five anga chan egu negimbu amugo juni training 42 to ni chena biro mojo aba ugonga mbabe mo Moghamo no no jiji baje true ni yaga ebi anu go water project actually bo ayo tamne bo anu ni ngu actually bili ye inin be chikuno che tangu be bu ba be no no jiji ti permit tigine bala tiginga chaya no minibe marani ichiwe ye digwe shawo mo ni chwoni ni chibe be mini aya tonu do to wa ye ne project ku ane bo launch o ni ne bi le koro abin Moghamo apa shi unity yangu ya ka shema la e ka mo ne ba ga ne project woni no ni bi shu wono chimo shoga issue she e ka mo jibitu Chichinia, the Benin immobilized. Belgium can no do very serious, but Chini, actually, moving on, which Belgium pipes, Belgium the stand times. For how many years now, there's no water for it. So, Magania, I'm a study to build that channel. I've built of the 22 villages. I think they're all about 3 or 4 that have efficient pipe-borne water free. So, project one, but no, you are very loading project. And when we chimbo can in your Chungalo Moghamo mobile, the chatty crew to love bone the air no chum. And Bobo really support here. I am Babini tree, I am Babini family. It is important for them to be here. When Moghamo Belgium culture, Molokuba Yonji, don't even take you. Let me check the women Belgium were bringing total support, and they were blessing Amani Berlin for host. Bombo Kondelanji Belgium be the second host country. This support and we need Berlin for I no cool je manakana.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate your input. It goes to say unity is strength, and every idea is very much welcome. We expect everyone to use this opportunity to make their remarks, make suggestions or question. So, Senator Abang.
40. Moghamo community agni community ya chigo question mabie. But Moghamo Moghamo umabu Moghamo ningam kane ya 40 yaka kane kara amaga ni chimaga mistake ya tutendera togetherness ya strength kane so Moghamo bina ayaga to ready ni practice moto ni ngana to ready ni ga be come we fi pa ngafuna awo ready ni protect we fi for the time to ni ma je abne akomojini mebere abu fi titunjabi bungo bumba ngam ka do be gutebe ga bre kunini bishe dinga ngawe she ke kitini bishe krewa titan wujuna je mana ka no.
Thank you, Senator Abang. Larry, after Larry, Nigeria.
And the Moghamo nation, watch our Mokwa the Zoo to Gamana Shake and Ngamokonde Yakaga Timo no Tingama to no a shake to preach you ni wumbi Timoka Shaputin Gamatona ne no program on but you make a shoe and chairman Gaga Timo my good time to be John Gajon. But Manungam no shake would not time been the right, not to be a man. Jit Mokola Baron Picnica Gami, Bufagama Gamma Jit of Joy, you go to Gamate, good taken Wombia. I can be to a company Gamayaga Waga Mojim Ninga Novanga Kushak. Wakeriga che African ne etonwira cha no onga Moghamo kamaka gamanga pidgin so that what you are the one try for talk say we the Moghamoans we need to accept say we be Moghamo people. And we stand for Moghamo. How we grow up, we see we are parents and they know we be privileged for this side of the world, but we will not be privileged. May we use this opportunity for give back for them. As we brothers around fair talk for here, I just want to plead say, may we not take much time again. May we just go ahead for create the commission. I think the commission will then handle the rest of the discussions that we'll get on here. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother, President Larry.
Oh, I'm watching Awanga now. Yeah, Mufi Tunjabe, Mungama Kribble, Joy Kondia, Ebony Piati. Yeah, I'm the Moraga. Pozumbum fi mega timeli gada virgin que gada bermo ombe ni timbe kamni awo ni belong o ma kia amongwai ma Moghamo awonga paper shop Chao Kabo Banebe Fi Angu, our Mwambe Kawe. I time Boka for Bay. But remember the first time I'm away out, they need a missionary at university. I'm a Vietnam as you went I'm carrying sitting with you. At the same time in Bambini Tunga Chan, I don't have paying a Chinadoni, Abara, a guy on the hour, a guy on the hour, whatever you want. I sit in there, yeah, but I win never. But I need cool no more. What on that EU, they get 27 members. Chimbia call me 27. They are called some few. And I'm get a good idea now, believer, it's a good idea. Chimo Baratonia, I mean, for be gather the crowd before you go. You can start. I'm like, if you are very convinced, it's good. I don't know, cool. But more bara idea. Mas on the Facebook and Bob Beako, but more Baraman and Facebook is global. Uka why gather bird, on Facebook teach you. So I'm going to Naniga, Bambuna in the younger, at least we are well represented. Timo Toniga, if former delegation. But more Kamiga, Timia former delegation. But this former delegation, Condora, Timini, but Burn younger, one was a cool, we can start. Even if it is small, there is nothing near a giant near chair cook. I'm a beer burba. They did not start as huge. They have a cook because there are always some people in the very washing. But I can be baraga motor washing. When the train is moving, that's when everybody jumps in. Woman, oil for bitter leaf don't truth. At least based on one woman, make a statement for push this MOCUDA EU forward, because the MOCUDA EU, if it ever move forward if women they not be involved. We know the importance of women in our society, and in a gathering like this, it's also imperative that a lady speaks.
Ifoti tum lori for tum jabine shek for a bon ambeje move contribution makani America to try together to try actually benefit, because to me actually benefit to be going to be really cheaper. But if you really tap, cheated on 1 month, anything we take a legal, change to be quick. So my dog can legal body, anything we take a legal, the 40 go near to quick, which you need to go back be association be back here. So I make
we should just move forward in creating this committee, as in like looking who is capable of handling what, and divide the various people that are able to work on that committee, so that we can move forward. And also, I just want to say something. I always say I am proud of who I am, and if you are a Moghamo child and you don't hold Moghamo this dear in your heart, you will not be sitting here today. So moving forward, we should already put it in our mind that we are creating something like this. That means it will need your time, your money, and everything. As in, like, if they say it's Belgium, everybody will put his phone, or you are putting your hands in your pocket, bringing out that time to go to Belgium. Some years ago, we have been everywhere. These people that we talk about this dream, we have been moving, funding ourselves to really see that we get to this stage today. So we should be ready, like what our brother here just said. Are you really ready? Do we really want this? And if we are talking here today that we want it, then let's put in our mind that we are ready with our soul to really bring this Moghamo to the world. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
One of the founders for this idea, a bit of late, Dr. Line, from the youth. And I would like Naive play with daga tuwa an working. Yeah, Maria and working. Yeah. And Moghamo, the president, and we're going to buy the committee again and observe a minute of silence.
Where are you going now?
And may the soul of Dr. Linus rest in perfect peace. Amen. Thank you.
Okay. Is there a MOCUDA association in Munich? No. Okay.
Actually, as CB knew, so I don't know much about the Moghamo association with the between.
But is there an association or there is no?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Okay.
I believe there is something, but I'm not 100% sure. I will find out and then I'll give you. My name is Clovis.
From where? UK.
That was Sally from Heidelberg, but I have no idea if there is any Moghamo around my area. Maybe Stuttgart, I don't know.
Stuttgart, Assembly Elia. Stuttgart, very Moghamo. It's cool. And good enough, my able man, Nicolambo. So, from I better place, now, since 2011, we will give you that feather for really actually put MOCUDA Baden-Württemberg. Make it day like MOCUDA Nordrhein and MOCUDA Berlin-Brandenburg. So, Little Lambo, I will reduce one chicken for your bitter leaf.
Henry Tolambo, one of Stuttgart, and particularly from Punjab. And then secondly, I am away only Moria Kemfak Francoise, Moria Yecham. So, and I'm going to introduce me here. Moria Yecham. May I say Yemunje? I go Maga Naga, Morkaboga, Nika, Bambe Stuttgart, they have a committee in 2010, in 2012. So, there are more difficulties more because at that committee, when they check for the Achitamro, but I'm marani meeting when they was on Marani and Professor Kamba 17 to almost 20 something, if I can say that. Meeting about 3 and Mokona number 4 where you by the third set after 21 to the fourth one. In the meeting, which was very more few and Robert. Convention meeting and everything possible they attend they get them facts and Robin Ubangani will begin a murder for more originally Nika guy I find a type problem as one the young are busy fan so be but I am going good but I'm not being with I be say people and then you when they charge a fine I'm for being so me beginning and I Moghamo kuchino mugabari mubarone shek for mubarbe fidelis and for argument I'm barachi for put the only aga for shan shati murka Moghamo and the condition of the eniga gather one chief among the rich in this period.
Okay. We can confidently say we are in for this project. We want it. We want to bring our people together, and we want to do great things as Moghamoans. So now we have to put in a representative caretaker commission that will be working behind the scenes to come out with this great EU project, and it shall then be introduced to the various branches and countries for ratification, and then they shall now program a proper date for the real launching of MOCUDA EU.
E40? It's very important to know that any person that we are electing in this caretaker committee should be a member of their local association. Because we have people here who have just come in their individual capacity. Let's take that very seriously. They should be registered in their local association and be participating in their various activities. It's very important. Then we have a majority of Germany here. It's important that we try to elect individuals from every part of Europe, so that every person should feel belong. It's very important. Let's not, because the majority here is Germany. I don't know the positions that the posts that are going to be in the caretaker committee, but we need to define the positions so that we try to partition in such a way that everybody should belong in this position.
Thank you. Thank you. What we need now is we need those who are going to be committed to this tax and work for it.
I just wanted to say that for this committee, it doesn't matter what kind of position. I think it's better just to get people, and those people will sit together and then organize themselves. I think it's better that way.
If we need a 4-member committee, then it should be 4. If we need a 5 or 6-member committee, that committee should be constituted with the best that can do the job. It doesn't matter where they come from. And secondly, they will sit down and maybe then within themselves choose a chairman, a chairlady, and if you are not in that committee, we should be ready, because we are not putting a committee to say, when I do the work. It's us. That committee is there. It's like a guide. Like you have a meeting and an ESCO, they are there to guide, to coordinate, which means they can take us and say, you please, I would like people in Berlin to do us this. So we should be ready to work hand in hand with the caretaker committee. That's the only way we'll succeed.
I just wanted to add one specific something that I've been observing. The problem is, let us not form a committee, let the committee form itself. Because if we start choosing people to belong to a committee, we have to start putting commitment into them. Let the committed people choose themselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Isho. That's what I wanted to say. Because on my list here, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people from outside. I just want, like outside Berlin, I wanted to say, maybe we say, okay, we want a 20-man committee, and who is ready? Those that came from out, are you ready? Need this, need that? Are you ready to join, or are you ready to work? If yes, okay, we'll put your name down. Those from Berlin, who is ready to join this committee, you stand and then we move forward. I think that's just that go faster.
You are building a house. Your foundation needs to be solid. If you make a mistake with your foundation, that house will crumble. When we look at, we've quoted examples here of the Bali. I think the most powerful in Europe is SOC. They're the most powerful in terms of organization. And believe me, it doesn't take a 15-man committee. It doesn't even take 10. It takes a maximum of 6. That's why I said it doesn't matter, because we learn from people that have been there, maybe going across the globe and learning some tricks, because it is easy. That's why one of our brothers said, we are here at General Assembly to make things quicker and to work faster for us. We need a committee. When a committee is too big, it becomes even difficult to get a decision. But you need a level-headed people that can think and act when necessary, and that can just as people that can sacrifice. That's the most important thing. You should be able to sacrifice your time and money.
Okay, thank you. Do we want to create this MOCUDA EU?
Yes.
Are we ready for MOCUDA EU?
Yes. We didn't hear everybody.
So, are we ready for MOCUDA EU?
Yes.
We are going to put the caretaker committee now. So for now, we just need those who are dedicated to do that background work, the basic, to build, to put the foundation. If you look at the invitation, it is laying down the foundation stone of MOCUDA EU Germany. We are not already putting MOCUDA EU Germany. We are just laying the foundation today, and let those people start from that foundation and move on with our project, so that by next year, if we now decide that we are going to Belgium, or we are going to Norheim, or we are going to Stuttgart, or we are going to Finland, or we are going to Denmark, or we are going to Lithuania, UK, anywhere, we are going next year to that location to put in place the executive that will pilot the affairs depending on how what the constitution will state. After we form this caretaker committee, we are moving to the highlight of our evening today. So we don't need much time again to put this committee. We are using those who are here, because we know the people who are here have the brain, have the capacity. That committee will now work on. So, MOCUDA EU, who is interested? Should we nominate, or should people opt? Yeah.
We can start by allowing people to nominate themselves.
Okay, and then if it's not enough,
be a first sign of commitment. Now, if you don't have the 7, you can now.
Okay, E40, E40. I nominate myself into this great commission. Wherever nominates himself into the committee. Mafo from Norheim-Westfalen nominates herself into this commission. So we have 3, we need 4. Mildred, oh, clap for Mildred. Clap for Mildred. Clap for Mildred. Sincerely, before I continue, sincerely, Mildred is the only person out of Berlin who took her phone 2-3 times calling me, telling me what to do. When she sees our flyers, she calls me, and one time I said, "Well, who are you?" Then I now knew where she was coming from. The runaway Cipro. Ni Fidelis. Neil Eugene and Dr. Sally. The president of MOCUDA Norrime is also interested. Mbaku Valentine.
The representative of Belgium, Mr. Moghamo Valentine.
Okay.
I want to be part of this giant program.
Then we are there. We'll listen to the names that we have for now in this caretaker committee because we need to knock this.
Yes, we have so far, please, if I omitted one name, please you correct me. We have Neil Armstrong, Neil Larry, Mami Dread, Dr. Cletus, Neil Mark Nasi, Neil Afu Eugene, Neil Baku, Neil Vali, and myself, Mafo, and there's also one Neil from Belgium. For Cabo, yes, okay. Vali for Cabo. One position open for UK.
The same problem we are facing in Africa. You have a country with 20 million people, you have 2 ministers. You have a country like Germany with 81 million people, you have just 17 ministers. So you are creating another group now that will bring confusion. Make yourself just seven people. These 7 people contact the various people who are not here until when you form that you form the organization. Why you are creating this board? This one says I'm not going to tell you committee.
In any case, Nitandong, your point is very, very important and well understood. But people are interested. Let's give them the chance to do the work. When someone is not committed, we'll report it to the community that Mr. A is not committed. He doesn't attend the meetings, and the caretaker committee has to put in some basic rules. I want to thank everybody who has contributed in one way or the other in making this great event a very huge success. And applause to each and every one of you. Let me just give again a rundown of tomorrow. 10:30 we assemble at Hakisha Max for the boat trip. Football starts at 2 p.m. Sheila Park. It's just an hour match, but we'll be in the field for further animations up to 4-5 p.m. latest. And then the gala.
We are going to dive into the last part of this occasion, which is our traditional dance. And I would like to call on our cultural coordinator, Papa Tetu, our cultural coordinator.
No.
Please. I'm going to hand over the coordination of this item to Mr. Tetu. Mr. Tetu, over to you.
Atrawe. Mo people dana bi wo mo kere njigite nene. Njigite nene jana ko ya ke par ke fi.